Hey YouTube, Zablock43 here. Doing back-to-back deck profiles. I just did the Lights on one. Now I'm doing Dark Worlds. Little thing before. Anything that you know is ultimate in this deck, please, if you have it, let me know. I will buy or trade those for it. I will buy or trade for those. I'm really looking for those. And I'm also looking for an Ultimate Dark Armed and Secret Dark Arms. Okay, I'll start the deck list. 1 Dark Armed, 3 Brawn, Mad King of Dark World. I'm not going to explain the Dark Armed. The Bronze, they're alright. I don't really like them, but until the structure deck comes out, and it really needs to hurry up and come out. I don't know the release date yet, but I already have a complete deck list built and tested. But right now, the Bronze are the stands-in for, like, all the extra discard power you get with the deck, including like the the gate to Dark World and stuff like that. Right now, LeBron is the stand-ins for those. 3 Gold, Lord of Dark World. If I would always run 3, just because if and not even if, but now with the new Dark World, with Celery, the Monk of Dark World coming out, you'll definitely be able to get off the secondary effects much more easier. I got to check my grammar on that. But besides that, like Gold, he has the best effect of between him and Silva, and to me personally, he has the best secondary effect of all, because when he comes out, he special summons and he destroys too. He is a Celestia for Dark Worlds. It's just so extremely good. Silva, I feel, is also very good, depending on the situation. Like, if I were to play a deck that benefited from destructions, like if I were to play Scraps, I would side out a Gold for a 3rd Silva, because Silva returns to the hand. It doesn't destroy. Now, in some cases, this is good, like against Scraps, like I just said, and in some cases, it's just not as beneficial as you need it to be, which is why I main deck 2 and I side 1, depending on the matchup. 3 Brows. Brow is extremely good. It's so ridiculously good. You discard, you draw 1. If it's described by an opponent's card effect, draw 2. So, like, Dark World Dealings, discard, draw 1. It's perfect. Main draw engine of the deck. Sangan searches anything I need in the deck at a good moment. It goes along with the other searcher, which you'll see in a few minutes or very soon. 1 Gren and 2 Khaki. I side deck 1 Gren and main deck 1, just because if my Dark World Lightning doesn't go off because they change something like Call of the Haunted, which I think is a really sucky ruling. I'll talk about the Dark World Lightning really in a minute, but Gren destroys a spell trap, and Khaki helps me get over any monsters that I feel are too big for the deck to get over. 3 Scar, Scout of Dark World. Now, when I was reading Snow, Mage of Dark World, or I'm pretty sure it's Snow something of Dark World, but besides that, to me, Snow should have been this card. I just don't understand how Dark Worlds came out with a card that requires you for the monster to be destroyed and not discarded. This card completely goes against everything that Dark Worlds stand for. But since Snow is not out yet, it is the only Dark World Searcher card that you truly have outside of Sangan. And Sangan technically, Sangan isn't a Dark World. And finally, Morphing Jar speeds up the deck, and then also all the effects activate off of Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar does say discard, so, it's really good. And it gets you a fresh hand. Imagine discarding 3 Brow, a Gold, and a Silver. You'd be happy. Then next, I play 3 Dark World Dealings. Dark World Dealings is extremely good. Staple card to the deck, draw 1, discard 1. If you do Brow, draw 1, discard 1, draw 1. It can get all the big monsters out onto the field. A little note: if you have ultimates of these, I'll take these. I will buy, so do not worry. But if you can find German ultimates of these are my highest wants right now. German ultimate Dark World dealings. I have been searching high and low and cannot find these. So please let me know if you have them, or if you know a site. Just comment on the video, comment on my channel. Let me know where I can find ultimate German Dark World dealings. Back to the deck. I'm rambling. 1, Allure of Darkness, obviously. I have a feeling Allure is going to go to 2, but I'll speak on that later. Allure just adds more draw power and more speed to the deck. 3, Into the Void. Originally I was running 2, and I didn't. To me, it wasn't consistent enough. Sorry about this glare. This damn light is so close. If you have ultimates of these, let me know too. Besides that, back to the deck. Into the Void is really good because because with the way I have the deck set up, anything like a Scar, the only things that I don't want to discard are my Morphing Jar and my Sangan. My Scout of Dark World, I really wouldn't care because the amount of draw power I have in the deck is ridiculous. I'll get to the cards I need even without Scout. If I'm correct, I have, including Into the Void, Allure, Dark World Dealings, and Brow, and Drag Down to the Grave. That makes, I think, 12 draw cards I have in the deck. So, I mean, this deck is extremely fast. 3, Drag Down to the Grave. To me, Drag Down to the Grave is great because I will set half of my hand and then leave my opponent choosing from a gold, a silver, or a brow. Meaning, do you want me to draw 2, or do you want me to summon a 2300 beat stick and start smashing your face in with it? And then not only is it so good for special summoning your own monsters, but on top of that, you get to see your opponent's hand. Your opponent's hand becomes public knowledge, and then discard one from it. I gotta hurry this up. I'm at 7 minutes. Next, a couple staples: a Book of Moon staple, Dark World Lightning. Quick ruling on Dark World Lightning. Dark World Lightning says that you have to destroy it face down. If you target something like Call of Haunted, Royal Oppression, Royal Decree, any continuous trap card, and they flip it face up as a chain, Dark World Lightning does not destroy the card because the card is no longer face down, and Dark World Lightning only destroys face downs. 1 card destruction, staple, discard power, Dark Hole, Monster Born, staples. I run 1 Dark Deal. I used to run 2. I didn't like it. Dark Deal basically gives me my secondary effects of my Dark Worlds, and then a Mirror Force and a Solemn Judgment. Finally, I personally want to talk about the deck, the new one, the structure deck coming out, Gateway to Dark World, or whatever it is. This deck will vote Dark Worlds to Tier 1 because the deck isn't even out yet, and I have 12 cards worth of draw power, and then a once per turn Gate, and then Snow, the Mage of Dark World, which allows me to search, and then Celeries, which allow me to discard my own cards due to my opponent's card effects, allowing me to activate secondary card effects. That card is ridiculous. I'm not even talking about Grapha at this point. Grapha is going to be great. And my thing with Grapha is you might possibly see 1 beige checked into a deck because it says discard special summon, just like all the others. But it's the weakest that special summons itself due to discarding effects. And a person playing Dark Worlds may not want to discard their gold or their silvers or whatever for that reason. They may not want to bounce those back to the hand for Grapha's effect, which means you might see a beige checked in there for that Grapha repeat. I'll activate Dark World Lightning, discard beige, summon beige, bounce Grapha, activate another discard effect. I mean, that's extremely good. And I mean, it's not like you really don't want your golds to just be coming repeatedly hitting the field, because people are going to see gold as more of a target, having 700 more attack points and being a 5-star than beige. But then beige may also see play for this specific reason. It is level 4. Exceed. Roach. Roach hits the field, start summoning beige, it's done. Your opponent, unless they will have to find ways to get around Roach, and then you'll cause your opponent to waste resources. Also, this deck summons Adrius and Tyrus. I will be picking up a Tyrus, but this deck is extremely good. My predictions, I see that Dark World's vaulting to Tier 1, and I see Zombies vaulting to low Tier 1, high Tier 2. The only reason I say that for Zombies is because, to me, Pain Painter was good, but it wasn't enough to make them Tier 1. What would make them Tier 1 if they go that far would be Levi Air and getting 6 uses out of place for it. That is ridiculous. I'm over my time. Until again, Zaborg43. Check out my channel. Tell your friends. Please rate, subscribe, add me as a friend, whatever. I'm just here to have fun and get some views. Here's the deck. Like I said, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching.